I'm a loud talker.
He's a loud talker.
I'm hard of hearing. That's why.
Paul is too.
I think you're the
Too many kids.
I think you're the first woman that's ever admitted that.
Yeah, no.
Too many
They
kids.
won't do it. They won't do it.
You don't get women to admit they're hard of hearing. But anyway, welcome back to the Duck Call Room. We have y'all are guests, but you're becoming more regular. That's for sure. So
We're family.
Jep and Jessica are back in here with us, and they've got some exciting news to share with us. But before we get to that, what else is going on? I mean, you got two kids married off, now.
Well, we have big changes. Lily and Austin and Merritt and Tyler are moving back home to finish college. So we're going to have all our babies home.
Wait, for real?
For real.
Really?
Yes. That's what I've been moving the kids out of the Abilene house, and they will all be here by August 15th. And they're going to transfer to ULM.
That's pretty quick.
Yes.
Is that by design?
We're pulling out of Abilene.
It was out of
great town.
I was shocked.
It was empty nest, and then, they're back.
Well, what about the kids left at the house right now before the others come back?
Well, Scylla's home. She'll be a senior. And then River, actually, just yesterday decided he's going to homeschool. Priscilla homeschools too. But River's going to homeschool this year, which I'm really excited about. But Gus will be still at OCS. So he'll still be going to school. He needs it. Structure's good for him. So.
Well, it's funny because
it's hard to get an athletic scholarship homeschooling too.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, though.
Gus a bull.
Here's the deal on that. Trey's son, which one is it? Camp. So my buddy's son, got so good at golf. I went play. I was like, Trey, what is he giving him private lessons? He said, no, dude, he homeschools. He said he plays golf every single day, and you can, especially for golf, you can homeschool. That's not a big deal. And get really good. You just got to play a ton. And so I was like, okay, River, you want to get better at golf? Dude, just homeschool. You play every day. He was like, yep.
Oh, I'm in.
You know what else? He could fish every day too.
That's
get
right.
pretty
That's
good at that.
right.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's kind of whatever you want to
Feed the
do.
family.
But no, that's so they're moving back. Are they moving in with y'all? Or? Okay.
So Lily and Austin he's getting a job here. He's going to school too.
Yeah.
But as soon as he gets a job, he had a job in Abilene, but then they're going to go get a little house or maybe build a little 2-bedroom something.
Okay.
Merritt and Tyler are actually moving to my mom's house. They're going to rent it. And my mom is going to live with us temporarily. So
yeah, that's what you think.
Musical chair. Hey, Jeff, we've been begging my mom to come live with us.
Just until Jesus comes get her.
That's right.
I would love for
Actually,
my mom
that's what I'm saying. I get it. Most families. My mother-in-law is an amazing lady.
Yeah.
She's just like her.
She could.
In a great way. Oh, dude.
Oh,
She makes
can
homemade
really cook.
sourdough bread
That's
every
what I'm
day.
talking about.
Yeah.
And she calls us and come pick up your loaf. It's hot out of the oven.
Is she the one that made the chow chow stuff and all that too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah, she's in.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, if she gets tired of y'all, send her my way.
And she loves babies too. There
Oh,
you go.
look, I got a couple of 2-year-olds that would
good.
love to have another set of hands around
Yeah.
there. Lord, well, that is big changes. I was not expecting that. So, wow, the whole clan back here,
Yeah.
All our babies back home.
man. So they need a job.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually.
They do.
Think they can build duck calls? We don't pay very well. But,
Yeah. I don't know. Merritt.
it's honest work.
Yeah. She was a
And the
waitress.
benefits are good.
Not
They
really.
got enough.
They couldn't.
They got enough.
We may need a new reed man. You never know.
Oof.
I got somebody
I've
that
done
can
that
train
job.
them. You know. Oh man. Well, that's awesome. But no, anyway, we are here to talk about you guys. Y'all have a new project that is out everywhere now. You've written a book. Now, if I'd have chosen way back when in the pot, Jep Robertson writes a book.
No, I wouldn't.
What
I've
kind of
already-
odds would I have got?
We've already written a book.
No, I know that. I'm saying in 2009. If we'd have had Jep Robertson authors a book, I mean that'd have had to been 500 to 1 or something like that, you know.
That was that woman he got hooked up with.
that woman.
Actually, in high school, my English teacher said I would be a good writer. Actually told me that.
Really?
But I think
Well,
she
she
was
was
just being
correct.
nice.
Is this the book y'all talking about?
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
Okay, I actually read it,
Yeah.
while I was waiting.
It's on your
Okay.
level.
And it's actually good, and I like after all the add-ons at the back of the book.
Yeah, it's games.
Okay.
Yeah.
You brought in religion because, hey, we're all adopted.
That's right.
Okay. Christ adopted us.
Thank goodness.
So it's actually pretty cool. It's a good book.
It is. It's,
Anything to do with kids,
Mhm.
I'm in.
yeah, we were introduced to Brave Books the year before. Missy did a book. I think y'all probably had her on here too.
Mhm.
But Missy did a book, and it's a part of the Freedom Island series. So when we started talking to them about what kind of book we would want to do, obviously adoption is heavy on our hearts. Our Gussie's adopted, and he is a black child adopted into a white family. So we talked about the things that we've kind of experienced with him, even as a little boy. Like even at 2.5, 3 years old, he was, asking questions why he's different than us. And so we got to include that in the book, where Valor is a tiger and he's adopted into a lion family. And so other kids start asking, why are you different from your mommy and daddy? So he's asking those questions. So then they have to tell him, well, your birth parents are different. And so he wanted to know who they were, that little sweet story. And it really is just a beautiful story of just unconditional love from a family, no matter how you enter it,
So when Gus, probably the hardest thing, that a derivative of, we kind of talked about this, but was when he was, what she alluded to, when he was 3 years old, he was in the bathtub and he was kind of crying, and he had a loofah and he was scrubbing his arm, and I was like, buddy, what's wrong? And he said, I don't want to be brown. I want to be gray like you. That was his exact words. And I just started crying. I was like, dude, you're so beautiful. God made you just the way you are. You're perfect. But it really hurt me, because I was like, he wakes up, looks in the mirror, and is like, why do I look different than my parents, my siblings? And so we kind of talk about that in the book. And he's such an awesome kid, though. Oh my gosh, he's unbelievable.
That's wild. He called you
Right,
great.
the best.
Right.
The best part
that
of
make
that
you feel,
is the unconditional love
That's
Yeah.
right.
that he's had growing up.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, not
Yeah.
from just you and Jessica, okay, but from the Robertson family, okay, and Will
From
and Corey
everybody.
is the same
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, and just when is the human race gonna wake up and try what God's theory is? How about loving me and then loving your neighbor?
Yeah.
And then all this racial crap would go out of the way, would die, and it needs
Yep.
to die. Stupid
does.
idiots.
Tell us what you really think, Si.
Hey, careful. We go.
This is a child, for crying out
We're
loud.
Yeah.
gonna peer into
Well,
angry
that's
side.
why we love Brave Books, because they're American Christian based values.
Yeah.
And we wholeheartedly stand behind that. And obviously there's a lot of books nowadays you can get that are very woke and they got all their stuff, but this is kind of the story we want to tell and
Well,
associate.
The truth, okay? The truth is told, okay? It's not your slant, okay?
Yeah.
It's
That's why August the 23rd, we're going to be in Wichita Parish reading books. And some of them from the Brave series. I'm going to read one. And it's going to be a good deal for the kids.
So,
Yeah.
Godwin, your daughter's adopted too. Did y'all have those same conversations of?
Well, not quite like that.
Well, yeah, I know.
But like
was,
birth,
But like
parents
birth,
and
like
stuff, right?
we always told her, Paula always told her a story when she was very little about she was sick in her stomach and couldn't have children, and this family had a baby just for us, and her name was Johanna. And so we
Aw.
always told her she was adopted.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be something weird, because it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's
and
beautiful.
and people say, "Oh, that's so great for the kids." Well, what about us?
Right.
We wouldn't have been a family without it. Neither me or her could have children. So,
Yeah.
without adoption, we would not be a family.
well, that's a God thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Amen. Yeah, that's run. I mean, in West Monroe, in particular, I mean, it's a big part of this community. I mean, I know several families, even outside, obviously this family, this work family, adoption's been big in, but even outside of that. So it's a cool place, and I mean, it's a cool thing, right? I mean, it just is.
And that reminds me of Reverend Martin and Donna.
Yeah.
Okay, with the Sound of Hope.
Yeah.
Okay, where one little congregation in Texas made a big difference in a lot of kids' lives. Okay, because they all adopted. And look, that's one of them things that, hey, that's not easy to do.
It's not.
It's not easy to do. Because you're giving yourself to something that it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a big deal, and it's a God deal.
Right.
You want to hear kind of a cool story is, so Gus is real good at sports, and he was just in the Monroe City All-Star. He made the All-Stars. Our team won the league, and so we're playing, I guess, I forgot which series, regionals, or I forgot which one, but we didn't know this, but the catcher on the team, he's a great player. He's kind of my other favorite player besides Gus, just a hustler. His grandmother was in the stands, and I didn't see her at first. Well, after the game, I was like, oh my gosh, she was our adoption attorney. So she got to see Gus all these years later playing with her grandson. And she was just like kind of choked up.
Age.
Yeah,
it was. It's amazing.
It was really cool because she was like, "Oh my gosh, he's doing so well. He's so good at baseball." And we're like, "Oh yeah." So it was a really neat thing to see her. Yeah.
Well, I agree with what Godwin says. It's like when we went into this too, we were even. I mean, we had 4 biological kids, and it became like I knew we were young parents when we had kids, and we couldn't have any more. And I was like, I just felt the desire and the yearning to adopt, and then when Jep finally was like, yeah, 100% I'm in. We went into it thinking this is going to be such a blessing. This will change this child's legacy forever. Right. But you don't realize what a blessing. He's been more of a blessing in our lives than what I've even thought we could do for him. Like, he has changed our hearts and our eyes, and it's opened our eyes to a lot of things, and a lot of hurt that you see, a lot of, racism and different things that you want to break and you want to help, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see him growing and surrounded by family and friends with so much love and support. And it's really a blessing for us.
Yeah, not to mention he keep getting bigger. We really want him on our side.
Yeah, that's right.
That boy.
He might rival you, Martin.
That boy, y'all gonna have to stack some bricks on his head or something.
Well, it's funny for a while, and these kids, they always say what they want to be or whatever, because he wanted to be a police officer for the longest time. But now
buddy,
he's like,
he could do it.
Well, he could. But now he said, look, Dad, I'm going to be a professional athlete. And when I get there, I'm going to buy some apartments, and I'm going to house all the homeless people in the apartments. And I was like, well, that's a good goal, buddy.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
He cannot stand to see someone on the side of the road and not give money to. He cannot take it. His heart, it breaks his heart. Yeah. So he has a really sweet heart.
Well, that's kudos to y'all, because that only comes from y'all. That only comes from what he sees and what he lives with. But so Valor, I'm interested in how you chose the name Valor, Dear Valor, because that's an interesting name, right?
Yes, it is.
So I figured it's got some meaning behind it.
What's a series? Yes. So a lot of the characters' names in the book and stuff, they've been in a series for a couple of years.
The Freedom Island series.
So we didn't come up with the names. I had friends ask me, like, who is this character? How did you come up with that? I'm like, no, I actually didn't come up with their backstory. That's part of the series. No. Yeah, it's part of the series. So you get to, the cool thing is, like, the Freedom Island series, along with whatever Brave is doing, they're doing a new television series now. But these characters, so they can grow with them, and they have interactive activities in the back of the book for families to do with these kids. So it's just such a cool thing, because every single book gives a different life lesson, and it's all, like Jep said, there's always a biblical traditional values are instilled in all their books. You never have to worry about what they're reading. Gus loves his. He has a huge stack of them, and he
collects them and loves them. So, but yes, Valor has just been a part of the story. So this
Okay.
was taking him, and you kind of are seeing where he came from now. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's a cool name too.
Yes,
I mean,
it is.
Just got a lot of different meanings. So,
Yeah.
that's
And it's actually cool that we're all different.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's the thing, because everybody's looking, want to fit in and be loved. But we're all different.
We're all different.
Okay. And that's a cool thing, because think how boring it'd be if it was all the same.
I know it. Like a hippo and a zippo. You know what the difference in a hippo and a zippo is?
No, what?
One of them's really heavy and one of them's a little lighter.
Should have had this when I was in the military. Because you talking stink. A laundry room in the military, it stank.
there you go.
This here, I like the smell this has got.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm telling you, the laundry
Oh.
sauce folks,
Yeah.
what they
Oh, look.
have down is smell.
Well,
Oh,
you
that
got
is for sure.
Egyptian rose,
They had me at sauce.
but this thing smells good.
Well, here's what I tell you. Nobody likes stepping out of like their house with fresh, clean clothes on and smelling like chemicals. And with laundry sauce, you don't have to worry about that because laundry sauce created the world's best smelling laundry detergent in easy to use high performance pods. They've transformed the mundane task of doing laundry into a luxurious and exciting experience.
I'm excited.
So what's the secret sauce behind laundry sauce? They partnered with one of the top fragrance houses in the world, the same team behind many of your favorite designer scents, and now Laundry Day will never smell the same again. So they got 7
It don't.
bold, soulful, hey, that's a good term for that,
Good
soulful aroma to choose from, like Australian sandalwood, Egyptian rose, or Siberian pine. Or how do you choose your signature scent? Just head to laundrysauce.com/duck to check out Laundry Sauce's sample pod box so you can try their top 4 best-smelling scents before committing to a full-size box.
Pretty exciting.
Hey, here's the best part of it. It beats BO by 100%.
If you don't trust our opinion of it, you can check out the reviews on their site. They're some of the funniest, most authentic reviews you will ever read, which tells you the kind of customer that Laundry Sauce is after.
That's it.
Got a sense of humor.
You can elevate your laundry day with Laundry Sauce. Head to laundrysauce.com/
Duck.
and use promo code
Duck.
at checkout for 15% off. That's their
Uh-oh.
best offer you'll find, but you must use our code
Duck.
for 15% off your order. One last time, that's laundrysauce.com/
Duck.
promo code
Duck.
for
And
15%
save
off.
yourself 15%. That's a good saving.
And smell good.
That's
Go
right.
try the sauce.
I'm ready for my boys to transition to some books like that too, because I've had about all of 5 Little Ducks I can stand. I love ducks,
Oh, dude.
but I'm tired of them going over that hill and coming
Yeah.
back and like all, you know.
You just
and-
wait till you get in all the series, like like Bluey and all the. It's like, oh my gosh.
Hey, Bluey's kind of
I've-
tight though.
I've
I mean,
seen so many episodes of so many. It used to be Veggie Tales. Remember that back
I
in the
love VeggieTales.
day? Oh my gosh.
I can't.
It's like with every kid, it's like
it's a
something
different
different.
one.
at least you have
different too.
2 the same age. That's actually kind of nice. You can just
Yeah,
zoom
yeah.
through
It would
that.
be really cool if they did anything the same, but
No.
they don't.
Yeah.
So you know, that's fine.
Totally
You
not.
saw them the other day.
Yeah, Jess.
You
so I
saw
don't
it.
think I told you this, but I saw the boys the other day, and I was like, "Wait, this is the one?" Like, and Martin's like, "No, that's not the one that looks like me." And then he came around. I was like, "Oh, told you, that's him." I saw that head come around the corner. I was like, "Yep."
That's the first
That
thing you see
him.
around the corner on Jackson.
Oh my
that head.
gosh.
You're like, all right, now don't get too far out over them toes. It's gonna be a bad deal. You keep leaning that far out in front of yourself. But yeah, no, Jep, you brought some folks up here. Oh, that help your foundation. The other day. And,
Yep.
Yeah, and Brittany and the boys were up
He
here.
was chasing them, though.
No, I just watched them. I mean, Christy in there's got a box of toys, and one of them's got this blue bouncy ball that will bounce into eternity, apparently. And Jackson just chases it all over the office.
That's so
He knows right where it is. He comes in, goes straight to that box, gets that blue ball, and takes off. So, Waylon followed Jep and his crew on their tour.
Yeah.
Until they got in here and blew on a duck call. Then I saw him scurrying back to Becky in the warehouse. He was like, nah.
It was so funny. So I did the tour. Y'all should do that someday. I mean, maybe you do this, Martin. I don't know. I didn't realize it was like, oh, it's everybody. Because he was like, hey, my buddy was like, hey, we signed up for the tour. Me and my family. He had his in-laws with him. I was like, yeah, I'll come through there with y'all. Well, I thought it was just us and them. No, it was like the rest of people who signed up that morning.
Oh yeah, it runs.
So there was like
every 30 minutes.
40 people. And so I was like, well, I have to say something, you know? And so I was like, all right, guys. I started pointing at pictures and I was like, I remember this, you know, talking about Duck Dynasty or talking about
You
mom
turned
and
into
dad when
Rucker.
they were young, and kind of I was pointing out different pictures. And I was like, this was my grandparents' house. You know, they
could be a
got
tour
flooded.
guide.
So I turned into a tour guide,
Yeah.
but it was kind of fun.
Hey, anytime you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
You
on
can come
back
do
up
it.
here.
We'd love to have you.
It was fun.
You can clock in. I mean, there ain't no.
Yeah.
You have to discuss with your brother on the wages.
Yeah.
I don't
Minimum
control
wage.
none of that.
Yeah, no.
So, I just collect bills and pay them. I don't get to adjust any of that other side of things. But no, it is fun. I mean, the tour is actually kind of cool. If
It's
you've
very cool.
never
Yeah.
been, and we keep updating it and adding to it. And like right now,
Yeah, all
I,
the blind stuff was
Yeah.
really cool. I was like, that's neat.
Mhm.
yeah, I told them if they ever get ready to get rid of that Miller High Life clock in there, that's mine. If we change this room, I'm taking that home with me. And I don't even drink, but that clock like screams my childhood and like just 1980s and 90s America.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, man, I love that. So, but no, we're adding a huge decoy collection. We actually had a lady, her husband was a decoy carver. I say was because he's gone to be with Jesus since, and she didn't know what to do with them, and she wanted to honor him, and she's a big fan of us and everything, you know, Duck Dynasty and the message. So she asked if I send them, would y'all do something with them? And I was like, you know, it is kind of missing like the duck part of
Yeah.
the
Yeah, for
museum.
sure.
So
Yeah.
we've got a drake and a hen of every species in North America that he hand carved himself and
Oh, that's
hunted
cool.
over, and
That's
we're building a
awesome.
little display and paying homage to him. So yeah, so if you've taken the tour, you're listening to this, you've been here taking it, like it does get updated. We try to do something different every year with it, like to change it up so it's not the same thing. And so yeah, Jep got to see the blind part, which is fairly new, obviously, because the movie just come out. And then we always change up those last rooms because everybody's doing something different. Like,
Yeah.
you know, now it's got the treasure show included,
Yeah.
Duck Family Treasure, which we'll get into more of that here in a minute too. And so just kind of trying to keep up with everything and everybody, and because we are a big crew.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing something different, except for him. He don't do nothing different.
No.
But he just kind of the old statue. Oh,
The poet.
yeah, the warrior poet with his
Oh.
goatee. We got the goatee brothers
You
over
know,
there.
you look a lot more like Paul now.
Well,
Has anybody told you that? Has like
Well,
Dad told you that or anything?
yeah, that's what tickled me when they're in my house. I've got a picture of Daddy in his Navy uniform,
Yeah.
and they all said, "I didn't know you was in the Navy. I thought you did Army." I said, "Well, I wasn't in the Navy." I said, "That's my father." And they said, "You look just like him."
You do.
Oh,
You
yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
That's I think a good thing. I love Paul. I was really close with Paul.
Yeah,
He was a misunderstood man. People thought,
Oh, no.
he was so
Well-
quiet. They thought, oh, he's not nice. But I was like, oh no, he was super
Well,
nice.
that was if you had something that in his, arena, if you wanted to talk hunting, well, he'd talk your head off.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
But most of them thought he was mean.
Yeah.
yeah, most quiet people get that rap.
Yeah.
I never got to meet him.
Yeah.
Plus, Granny, I think, was so loud. She was kind of the voice for both of them in a way.
Mama was mouthy.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey now.
I married one like that.
Hey now.
She
I
lippy.
resemble that remark.
Okay. Yeah. She was a strong-willed woman. I'll just
Yep.
put it that way.
Hey, somebody got to
but
tell
hey,
them they got the order
To
wrong.
be married to Dad, she had to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I would.
but that's what's so funny about kids. Y'all talking about that? Me and Christine come in from Germany and went and visited her parents, and they went to an old country store. Well, Scott's never been there. As soon as he walked in, he said, "Hey, where's this tricycle?" And everybody looked and said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I want to ride the little red tricycle that was right over here." how he knew that, nobody knows. But they had put it in the back, so they had to go get it. You know, it was so weird. Okay, you know, Christine said, "Where did he get that?" I said, "Hey, you must have said something about it when you was, you know, when you was raising him. You bound to have for him to know." Yeah, but it was strange. You know?
Oh yeah, them little rascals are sponges. I'm finding out every day.
Oh, no.
Better watch what you say.
Oh yeah.
Better make,
no, because
better make sure they're really asleep.
Yeah.
You don't think they're paying attention? I said, but trust me when I tell you, they're glued to everything you say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
that's
said, because mine have come up with me and just blew my mind. It's 15 years ago, and he said, "Oh, I remember that." Because I'd come in, you know, me and the colonel having a big argument. He threw me out of his office. Well, you know, just
man, I'd have loved to know you back
weird.
here.
Kids are something else.
But we do have more exciting news from y'all's side of the table too, right? Duck Family Treasure is.
Yeah.
I think by the time this airs, it will actually be out. Like, because
Yep.
we're a couple of days ahead on recording, so new season.
Season 3 is out. It's coming out tomorrow,
You fired up about
which
it, Jep?
will already be out when you hear it.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
thinking.
I mean, it keeps getting better as far as like stuff we're finding and stuff. And we've learned like the more you spend time in the Northeast, that's where you can find the cool stuff. Probably my favorite thing we did recently was go to Maryland because we duck hunted, which was awesome, and I shot better than Jace. He would never admit it, but I did. And then we caught those
Hey,
stripers.
you'll
What,
never
wasn't
admit
his
that.
gun? Wasn't his gun?
No, he brought his own gun.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
It didn't matter.
You don't have to worry about it. He ain't gonna come on here to defend himself
Nah.
anyway.
Well, it was
so-
the one time I got in I was on the left end. I got on the end. I made it
Yeah.
to the end of a duck blind.
Oh,
Finally.
Oh Lord.
And it was like, oh, I can actually see and shoot these ducks.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Oh,
easier when you
yeah.
can see.
Position has a lot to do with
A
it,
lot.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah, duck hunting's way harder when you're a jack in the box in the middle.
That's it.
Yeah.
Where all you can do is come straight up
Yep.
and
It's no
shoot
fun.
about 2 feet by 2 feet, and then you gotta go right
Well,
back
it's
down.
like you said, though. Okay, you don't get to see them coming.
No.
Okay, so you're in the middle and waiting. Okay, and normally somebody else has already shot 3 times, so now they are really moving and leaving.
Right.
So yeah.
And when they're getting up, they're going to like the edges typically. It's rare. I mean, I guess mallards
Hello.
just get straight up in the middle, but we wouldn't shoot mallards. So it's teal and stuff like that.
Whew.
Well, I'd rather shoot teal.
But we caught those stripers. Godwin, that was fun.
Was it?
Yeah, and we did it like how you do it with like the scope or whatever. It's literally we'd be trolling, and he'd say, "All right, everybody, jump out, put your lines in the water." You put your lines down, everybody, shoop, 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 hook up. We catch your fish. We go down a little ways. Everybody out.
I tell him turn around, go back right there where we
Yeah.
just were.
We
There you
did. I
go.
think we did that.
Yeah.
But it was like a group of boats. I was like, I've never fished like this. It was like 7 or 8 boats, all just going together.
Y'all's like
Stop.
a
Chip, chip, chip,
y'all's
chip.
like a bunch of otters.
Yeah.
Y'all just
Yeah.
herding them in
That's
place.
it.
But I
What
like
they're
it.
doing.
Heck,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, that goes from fishing to catching real quick. Yeah. Did you have any fun doing that, Jess?
I didn't do it.
Oh,
I didn't go.
you
Were you
weren't
not
on
on
Maryland?
that in Maryland?
I left you behind.
Oh, yeah. When we ate the crabs.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did. I was.
Yeah.
Remember fishing?
Yeah, but I didn't remember being that good.
Oh, well.
You wasn't
Okay.
fast enough.
I guess not.
Yep. Respect.
I mean, I caught some, but I just remember some of them were smaller. I didn't get any like.
Yeah. Remember, I caught the big ones. Remember? That's true.
Boy, how did that
Not
Robert?
only-
Yeah.
not
That
only
Robertson
did he
coming
out-
out at him now.
Yeah.
I caught the biggest.
He caught the big fish.
But I will say, remember,
Can't
I was-
help it.
I
Being with
wasn't feeling
Jace makes
great.
me be competitive. I'm really not that competitive, but I'm around him all the time. It's like, oh, crap.
Actually,
He's
Jeff's
so
real
competitive.
quiet. He only when he like, oh, I beat that sucker.
Well, brothers
You know,
got to
feel
be
like-
around brothers. I got to beat you.
Y'all playing pickleball yet? Everybody else in
Yeah.
your
Oh, yeah.
neighborhood is.
Oh, yeah.
We
Okay.
love it.
Okay. Is
Hey,
Jay-
I thought I was good, and then not too long ago, I played against a pro pickleball player.
Like
Oh,
sponsored pro
you can't.
pickleball player.
No, he's like, "Wah." I was like, what? I was like, you can't. You think you hit a good shot? No. he slams.
Well,
that
the
crap.
one crazy thing is he was when Jep and Willie went
Oh,
to the
cool
USO
story.
tour, he was serving and
Oh,
remembers
really?
them
Yeah,
getting
he
up.
said, "Man, were y'all in Bagram?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I was in that crowd," and I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I was stationed. I was in the Army. I was stationed over there." And I was like, "Oh, dude, man, that whole trip was like a whirlwind. I don't remember where all the people. Obviously, it was thousands, but it was pretty cool to see him all the years later. And now he's a
then he's
professional.
like a pro pickleball player.
Yeah,
Well,
Godwin, you like pickleball?
oh, absolutely. What is it?
it's
It's
tennis slash ping pong for
It's
older
like
people.
you're playing ping pong, except you're standing on the table.
Yeah,
No.
I would say good
Oh, yeah.
analogy. Good
Okay.
analogy.
I was like,
Wait a
no,
minute.
yeah.
Standing
okay.
on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's like a
you're
If
on
the table was on
it's
the
like
ground,
giant ping pong.
Yeah,
And you're standing on the table.
You're standing on the table.
not a table like ping pong table. I mean, it's like a
Oh, it's just a ground.
You don't have to
It's the
run as
ground.
much. Like tennis, it's
Oh.
too much running.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it's for people that may seriously injure something going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fighting in a phone booth, kind of. You stay.
yeah.
That's good. Mature athletes do it. Yeah. That's no, I just knew the whole neighborhood was doing pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Pickleball.
figured I didn't know if you got in on or you
Every
That-
Sunday, you can hear the balls being hit, like from John David and them.
Yeah.
And then
Johnny
from
D.
over Willie and them's court. They're all over
Sadie and
there.
them
They have
play.
tournaments every weekend.
We just have a makeshift one in our driveway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just
They don't invite y'all to come up there and play with them.
actually,
they have.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
They have. Sadie said, if you want some, come up here and get some. So, and
Don't
I was
do
going to
that.
do it. We got rained out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't do that. They
Mouth.
too young.
They're good.
Yeah.
I
Well, I'm
watched
going to
them
bring
play.
Merritt and Tyler. So Merritt and Tyler last semester in school took pickleball as a course.
And they got good.
Well, that's the most Robertson thing I've ever heard of them
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Willie taking bowling and
He got good.
badminton
Yeah.
and Willie really had an illustrious college
Oh, they
career.
done.
You know-
we did that when we was at Tech because they all played tennis. When the four of us was there
Yeah.
and all that, it was some games now.
You
What'd
know
you
why
play?
it's called pickleball?
Uh-oh. Why?
Do y'all know?
I thought you were going to tell us.
I will tell you.
I don't know.
The person that invented it, every time they'd play, their dog would get the ball and run off, and the dog's name was Pickle. So they named it pickleball. That's true. Look it up. Because
Look it up.
I
would-
don't know about that.
Pickleball.
Godwin
look it
ain't much online. Now,
Yeah.
if it,
Oh,
come,
no,
if it came
Pickle, he
from
run off
side,
with the
say
ball.
you may
The
want to
name.
fact check it, but
Oh, he's googling it.
the
I'm
dog's
doing it.
name,
So
that-
what do I
Pickle.
get if I'm right? Before you look it up.
We will bring you a pickleball.
a hefty attaboy.
Okay. Now, the first account is according to Joan Pritchard.
Uh-oh.
Joel Pritchard. She started calling the game. I don't know who this is. It's a different person. Pickleball because the combination of different sports reminded her of the pickle boats in Crew, where
Incorrect.
oarsmen were chosen from the leftovers of other boats.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
I don't like that one. I think it's
He's
way
making
cooler if the
that up
dog's
because
name
he
is
don't
Pickle.
want me to be right. He's wrong.
Oh, look. Okay, here's another one. Oarsmen were chosen but according to Barney McCullum, they named the game after Pritchard's dog.
Yep.
Pickle.
There you go.
Ball.
Pickle.
There you
Or-
go.
yeah, because
You
the
were
dog.
so smart,
so-
Godwin.
Hey, fine figure of a man.
Hey, you got to read something when you're laying on the beach. That was my week of doing what Miss Paula wants to do.
Laying on the beach, you
Yeah.
read up on your pickleball,
I did.
all the things.
Because they were playing it at this hotel next to where we were staying. So I was saying, I wonder where this come, because it was just everywhere, you know. So I said, I'm going to find out where this came from.
Did you go get you a paddle and jump in there?
No?
So you actually hit it over the net like tennis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like ping pong, except you're standing on the table. It's
Yeah.
like a tennis court, but you're
The small
It's
tennis
different.
court.
It's
like
full
ping pong.
size ping pong.
yeah,
Like
what it is.
Yeah.
Is it like with a wiffle ball kind of
It
deal?
looks like
it's
a
lot
wiffle ball,
harder.
but it's
the
hard.
ball is like,
You have to hit it really hard for it to go
yeah.
over the net.
Yeah.
It's not like tennis.
Oh, no
And
love
it's not a
tapping and
tennis
none of that.
racket. It's some kind of other paddle.
Yeah,
It's,
a
it's
different
like a
paddle.
giant ping pong paddle.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
this
Although
is not-
I got to use the pros paddle, and it was and I was like, oh, this is so much better. I was like, they're the same as any other sport.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Well,
you
this
have a
is just
cheap
a wooden
paddle, or you
paddle.
get the good one. You're like, oh, okay.
A wooden paddle.
It's a wooden
it's
paddle,
like
but
or
it's,
composite kind of. The cheap ones are wooden one.
y'all should
wooden
get a
ones.
court up here.
I believe I could play it.
I think you could.
A court up here?
I can play
Yeah.
ping pong.
No. It's already hard enough to keep everybody on task. Ain't nothing changed about that. Jess. I mean, I know you ain't been around this office in a while, but still keeping people on task is not easy around here.
Could be
It's a little bit easier now that we're like approaching hunting season because everybody knows, oh, we about to actually get paid a little bit. But then February, March, and April,
Rough, ain't it?
there's a lot of fish that have stories to tell,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, because they're just, yeah, man, we'll get on them duck calls later. It'd be fine.
Oh, goodness.
It'd be fine. It'd be fine. But
What'd they order?
are we sure? Did we get them in? I don't know. Hey, check on that. But no, but now we're going to we're actually going to go to a little segment that we did with Jep and Murry a couple of weeks ago for Duck Family Treasure, where Murry come in and told some stories about, he had his collection of things. He brought his highlights. So we're going to go to that real quick, watch that, and then we'll be right back here to close everything out. So check this out with Jep and Murry on Duck Family Treasure Season 3. Whoa, Si, you look well rested today, huh?
I was.
You had that head just firmly planted.
Oh yeah, on my pillow.
No, that's my pillow.
No,
My pillow.
no, wrong answer, dude. This is my pillow.
As y'all know, the My Pillow family product's been a partner with us for a while, and you guys have been asking, and they have finally delivered. They're finally bringing you the most requested offer ever.
What's that?
You can get the queen size premium My Pillow now for only $19.98.
Good grief.
That's a $20 bill.
That, you know what we call that? Deflation.
I'll tell you.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's the exact opposite of everything else. Now the pillow's only $19.98. What was you doing in 1998?
1998.
You just started here.
Yeah, that's about right.
My Pillow is made with a patented adjustable feel. It adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position, helps keep your neck aligned, and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. You can also get their 6-piece kitchen or bath towel sets for only $25.
Uh-oh.
So it's
That's
just
awesome. I like them bath towels.
Or you can get their famous My Pillow bed sheets for as low as $25 and so much
Oh,
more.
good
So
grief.
whether you are like us and you need a TV robe,
Right, there you go. Got to have a couple of them.
there you go. You got to
Gotta
have
have
some
a spare,
robes.
boys.
They got to have spare robes.
That's right.
Or you need towels.
Need towels.
That's right. That actually dry you off.
That's right. Number one cause of dry skin.
There it is.
That's right.
Or if you need slippers like Miss Brittany.
That's it.
Mhm.
Or if you just need a pillar or some bed sheets
I like
or a
them
pet
pillars
bed.
because they long. You can just cuddle up with them.
We know you guys are going to love it, but this amazing offer will not last long. Go to mypillow.com/
Duck,
and enter promo code
duck.
or call 800-969-3137 to get huge discounts on all My Pillow products, including the premium queen size My Pillow for only $19.98. That's the lowest price ever. Go to mypillow.com/
Duck,
and enter promo code
duck.
or call 800-969-3137. Don't delay.
Do it today. So this is season 3, and there's going to be, 5 episodes released in
Correct.
July 26th?
And it's just better. I think the season 3, in my opinion, is just a lot better than the first 2. It's like we kind of found our groove. What do you think that?
Yeah.
That's the exact opposite of
Absolutely.
Duck Dynasty.
I don't
The
know.
first-
It got better.
No,
I don't know.
it got
I
better
think
in
it
the
got better.
middle, but just
Yeah.
the end was like, all right, yeah, we're
But it's really true. I think every show I watched, like all my favorite, like the first season, you're kind of trying to figure out what works. And then usually about the second season, it's getting pretty good. And then like the third and fourth is like the gold.
yeah. They figured out just turn the camera on side and let him go.
That's it.
And
Well, I have to say, me and Phillip got on a roll on the last few episodes
yeah.
we filmed.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I bet this one.
Phillip started, The boy just started blooming. I'm telling you.
I bet this one's got when you clowns come in here and took over the office or took over my store.
Well,
and
hey.
tried to get me fired. So I almost
No.
guarantee you that one's
Hey.
in this season. So
You didn't know it, but hey, when I was facing you, whenever you was checking on me, my knees were knocking.
well, I
I'm
mean,
serious. You're a bad CEO is all I can say. 'Cause hey,
I ain't a CEO anyway. I'm just general manager.
hey,
the problem
general manager,
is,
CEO, whatever. But when you come in there, I about fell apart.
the problem is, I was worried that the CEO gonna let me go for you being you. Like I got the wrong last name. He
No.
he can fire me. He can't fire you.
No,
So-
well, no. Like when I done some of that stuff, I said I felt terrible because I actually let Martin's people go.
Yeah.
I just told Collie and whoever else was there that day. I said, "Hey, look, y'all take the day off."
Oh yeah, he done sent him home.
Yeah, I sent them.
Eh. I'm like, what in the world?
I felt about that tall when he come walking in. He said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
Yeah,
You know. And then he said, "I see you over at Phillip McMillan." I just
yeah. Philip over there trying to hide behind the counter and everything else. I was like, unbelievable. Murray, what is some of the stuff you brought with you?
Well, this display is some of the stuff we actually dug on Duck Family Treasure, and this I got from a gentleman that runs a hunt in Virginia called Digging in Virginia, and this tree. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Oh yeah.
This tree is a witness tree. It was actually on a battlefield close to Winchester, Virginia. So this tree witnessed multiple different battles.
if only that tree could talk.
Well, the storm blew the tree down a year ago, and John went out there and cut the branches, and he got a wood lathe, and he built a reproduction of a Gardner bullet. And so this is actually from that tree, and he gave it to me when we were on a hunt up there, so I thought it was awesome.
What caliber was that? The Gardner bullet.
It was only used by the Confederates, and it was 58 caliber.
Oh, okay.
That's a bigger. It's not actually.
Well,
No,
that's
that's
a rendition.
Yeah, but he's got the grooves and all in the
Yeah.
correct place,
Yeah.
and when I saw it, I knew what bullet it was, just
Okay.
because I've dug a few of them. So, and
The
this
Tommy Hawk. That's what it is. That
Oh, Tommy Hawk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tommy Hawk. That's a skateboarder.
Yeah.
That's his brother's Tony.
Yeah.
But
Tommy never made it big time. But
Tommy crashed too much. But no.
what is that actually used for?
Well, the gentleman in Arkansas made this for me. He used it when you're digging in the woods. There's a lot of roots,
Yep.
and he made those. He's a blacksmith. He made those for chopping the roots and gave me one. It's useful too. We didn't
Yeah.
actually use this on the show, but I just thought it was so cool. I mean, my wife makes me sharpen the tomato sticks with it. So I got it out this morning, so that's why I brought it. But
Hey, got to have a sharpener to put the sticks in the ground for the tomato plant.
Yeah.
gotta have it.
But we found some amazing stuff on the show, and you'll have to watch to see most of it. But Si, you even got in on some of it.
Well, no. If the bug bit me
Oh, you
that day that we was up there, and I actually was checking with y'all and looking, watching and everything, and then I was actually Jason was digging, and he dug something and turned it over a little bit. And he took his carrot and it beeped, and then I see just a sliver of silver, and I beat Jason to it. I just I picked it up and it was a dime, silver dime.
Yeah.
You know, so that was actually fun.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all actually found, you and Philip both, y'all found the essence of what we knew all along, but you really can't tell unless you go out there in the field and actually do it.
Well, I was shocked at just beeping don't mean you're gonna find it. So we turned dirt over there and it disappeared.
Yeah, here's what it's like. This is what I tell people. It's like fishing in the worst gar hole you ever fished in.
Yeah.
But there is a couple of like 3-4 pound crappies in there. But you got to catch a lot of gar first,
Yeah.
and just trash fish and goo,
Well, no.
and then but you can get the good stuff. But you got to work at it.
Well, we found that day. Randy had found one, a silver dime, Jace found one that I got because I beat him to it because he didn't see it. But that is a lot of fun, especially if you run upon something. The best thing that y'all found was when y'all came back with that 20-pound meteorite.
A what?
And that actually scared me.
Yeah.
The meteor rock.
Because look,
That's what he
when
said.
they handed it to me, I got it in my hand, and all of a sudden, my fingers start tingling.
Start tingling?
And this mess is running up my arm.
What, the tingling or the
Yeah,
meteor?
the tingling.
Oh.
And I said, guys, something's wrong here. And they said, what are you talking about? I said, my fingertips started tingling. And I said, and now it's running up my arm. And Jay said, where did you come up with this garbage? I said, Jace, this is not garbage. I said, this is actually happening.
You ain't felt that since that first night at the drive-in,
Yeah,
have you?
I'm telling you, I'm going, good grief. I said, I may have a space disease. But that was actually really cool, okay, because they found this thing. It was buried like 12, 14 feet deep.
It's like 7, but
Well, y'all told me 14 feet deep.
Hey, he's telling you how to tell a story now.
Well, I'm
y'all
just
tell it your
saying,
way, or you can tell size.
That was the coolest thing y'all found was, hey, this is a
space rock.
big giant
space rock.
space rock.
Joe
okay,
Dirt
and
found
they
one
found
of
it
them
in the earth.
But Jep, too, the best thing we found running around the country is the people that we met along the way. That's the biggest treasure because I talk to some of them people 2 or 3 times a week, and this stuff will go in the north somewhere.
Well, see, that's the thing about it. It's like the thing I got at the house is it's not what's under the tree that counts. It's who's gathered around the tree.
Absolutely.
It's not about the journey. It's
And
about who you're with on the journey.
Well, that, and I mean, I never experienced. Y'all did Duck Dynasty. Y'all knew about all the production and all that stuff. I mean, it's a lot of moving parts, and it's people you meet in all those positions that's the real treasure. The landowners, the guy at the service station. It just puts you in contact with so many people, and I can tell by being part of y'all's family that how much the Robertsons have changed people's lives, and that struck me more than anything. It's just the people that I've met along the way that, I mean, grown old men are crying because y'all shared Jesus with them. That's what it was all about.
Yeah, but like when we was up there, where was that? When I found the silver dime that Jace had found.
That was in Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was right up the road a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all found what? Hundreds of bullets
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was
on that field.
field of bullets.
Oh yeah. And what, 4 or 5? It ended up silver coin.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I mean, there was.
But what got me was all the bullets.
Oh.
Because there was a lot of firing going on in that area that we was at.
shooting at one another.
Oh yeah.
What is? I mean, I guess I'm curious because I don't know anything about it. What's the most common thing that you find, or does that change based on what you're looking for, or like where you're at, or But if you had to pick one, I mean, is it like bush light caps, or like? I mean,
like trash.
I mean, just what do you find? That thing gets out there, you get to beeping like.
I'm the king of trash. I think they would all agree on that. I dig up.
Hey, you the one that found all them bottles.
Yeah.
Right?
Now that was actually really fun. That was
Yeah.
really cool. Went in this little embankment that had bottles and stuff washed up for like
I'm talking
100 years.
old bottles.
That was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that may be coming up. I don't know if that was aired yet or not, but that was a good one. But just with a metal detector in my hand, I found a lot of cans and just the tops.
Well, anything that's metal that make it beep.
I think aluminum is just the bane of a metal detector, if that's what.
Well, when you're on a battlefield, mostly bullets is probably be the most common thing you'd find.
Yeah, that's the most common for as a relic concerned.
Yeah.
Bullets by far, because they didn't run out of
all
bullets.
the calibers what gets me.
Yep.
All the different sizes.
And actually,
Yeah, all the different size calibers.
Yeah.
Murray found some rare bullets, which was really cool that we had never found before. We found some of those not too long ago.
There's 2 of them in this.
Yep.
I had to buy them because we gave them to the landowner, so I went out immediately and
Did you?
searched and found some, you know.
Yeah.
And
so is that part of the gig? Like you give the landowner a certain amount of your haul, or you give it all?
Most
to them, or-
everything.
Oh,
we
really?
give back. Yep.
I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is why it was hard because, like, you know, we wanted to go dig some places that were super historic, like Vicksburg and stuff. We're like, hey, we'll give you everything. You can have a guy standing right there watching us, making sure we're not putting stuff in their pockets. You know, you can watch us. We'll dig it all up and we'll just hand it to you. You put it in a museum, and they're like, no.
Yeah, because the guy in the
They just want to leave it buried.
They just want to leave it buried, which I'm like, why do
the
that?
guy
I
in
don't
Alamo in
understand it.
Texas, he was, we was trying to get to go there
Yeah.
because he was talking about when they would do something in there in the area with the land, if, cannonballs, all this stuff rolls up just whenever they move dirt around a little bit, But we was actually trying to get there so we could do it and never pulled it off.
I mean, honestly, the hardest part about doing the show is that. It's like getting permission and then working out, like making sure, letting them know, like, we're honest. We're not here to steal all your stuff.
Yeah.
We'll give it back to you. It's like,
You can have it.
yeah, people are distrusting, but it's funny because I feel like, you know, if I just reverse it and then like somebody come and ask my dad, hey, I want to come treasure hunting down on your property, I don't think he would say yes. I think he would say no.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Phil.
Digging around down there.
And if he did say yes, he'd be right there with a shotgun in his hand.
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, private land is a weird,
I mean,
once you own it,
That's it.
The mindset changes a little
Yep.
bit of it. But, if you're unearthing history, that's generally a lot easier. I would think it's easier to get permission to do that than to go kill somebody's turkey or deer or something, like,
and the cool thing is the people that let you do it in the end, they love it. I mean, they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make a frame and put all that. They absolutely love it. So I encourage people who are listening, let people come do it on your property. I promise you it's worth it to have the stuff that, that's on your property.
So is there like any real life buried treasure? Like, I mean, is that a
We
thing,
looked
or is
for
that
some.
just? Or is
We
that
looked
just-
for Bonnie and Clyde's, maybe some of their treasure. We went on some property that we think nobody had ever been on, and we searched, but we didn't find it.
Oregon Trail,
Yep.
Wyoming.
The Oregon
Montana.
Trail was actually my favorite. That was the prettiest I mean, I've never seen land that looked like that. It was just because we were in Wyoming, right?
Wyoming, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Did anybody get dysentery? And die?
Nope.
Oh, I was just
Luckily, that was a running joke though in that episode.
yeah, that was the one that always snuffed me out on the computer game.
That's it.
Somebody always ended up with a dysentery and died.
Or
So,
snake bite.
yeah, snake got
Susie
bit
got snake.
got bit by a rattling snake. There we go. Jep, so you've been like a time traveler in this episode. That was
Time
and so have we.
traveler.
Like it's but it is fun. Look, Duck Family Treasure, y'all check it out on what, Fox Nation?
Fox Nation, Fox Business as well.
Oh,
Yep.
starting tomorrow. July the 26th. Season 3 is out now, but look, we always close with a Bible verse. Do y'all have one that you would
I have
like
one
to
right
share?
here.
Oh, look at here.
Oh,
Look at
Look
you.
at here.
And
girl.
this
Early
goes with our
Hour.
book. 'cause
It's in the book.
Well, Si kind of mentioned it, but here's the scripture. So for our new book, Dear Valor, it's Ephesians 1:4-5. Even as he chose us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and blameless before him. In love, he predestined us for adoption to himself as sons through Jesus Christ, according to the purpose of his will. It's an
That's
amazing
awesome.
scripture.
I love it.
Amen.
Hey,
Can
we've
we
all
chill
been
more?
adopted. That's a great thing. And if
Yeah.
you want to learn more about your adoption, check out Jesus, y'all. He's pretty cool, pretty awesome. But anyway, look, thank y'all so much for coming by the Duck Call Room, and we'll see y'all next time. We're out.